B-O-B. Guess you don't use that silent L in your name. Like most blobs I know, do you, huh? We can't remember names. I remember once when I was younger, I got real stoned and I figured out how to figure out somebody's name. This is perfect. Guys, whenever you get introduced to somebody for the very first time, no matter what they say their name is, say yours is the exact same. Yeah? Hi, what's your name? The Colonel? Me too. Who are you? Fast Eddie? So's mine. See, because now if you forget their name, it doesn't make any difference. You just walk up to them and go, hey, who am I? See, that's something only a man could have thought. So that's what we do, we think. In fact, the more we think, that means the more we know. Then the more we know, of course, the more we have to forget. Because we know so much, we just can't remember it. People who remember stuff don't know a lot because they can remember it all at the same time. People who forget are geniuses. Positive. That's called rationalizations to the sixth power.
Thank you so much. That's what boys are for. Are you holding it? What'd you do with it? Oh, you just put it on the table. Like I'm gonna chew it after that. Alright, whatever. So excited to be here. Guess what, you guys? I just got my first serious TV acting job. Thanks. Thanks for your support. Thank you. Very excited about it. Yeah, pretty excited. I'm gonna be on Studs. I'm a part of the Promiscuous Bimbo, so I'm pretty excited about that. Have you guys seen that show? Do you watch it? Aren't you embarrassed that you watch it? It's like the worst piece of crap on television right now. Studs. I love this show though. I love every part of the show is funny. Like right at the beginning when they show the three girls and they ask them, you know, like describe the kind of guy they want. Did anybody see it today? Anybody clap if they saw Studs today? Okay, well the girl on the show goes, well, I require a guy to have the 4 S's. I want him to be sexy, suave, and I had to move on to the next one. She couldn't think of another 2 S's. It's so funny to me. It's just funny. They're so stupid. They come up with these little sexual double entendres, you know, that they haven't written because they don't have an education past the 6th grade. But nonetheless, his body had more definition than Webster's dictionary. He probed me deeper than Sigmund Freud. And they can't read them back off the cue card. Have you ever noticed that? Bambi, which one did you say? Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Wait. Read it? Okay. His body had more... The second one. Number 2. Oh my God, then after the girl says her little slutty thing, we had hot, passionate sex all night long, and then we got married in Vegas. The favorite part is watching the guy figure out which girl said it. Takes you a minute. Then afterwards they have to describe the studs, you know. Which of our studs is more likely to commit date rape? Kevin! God, they need to be slapped. I hate this show so much. There's gotta be like a better way to meet people, don't you think? Yeah, because like, it's a little woman's point of view. Bars are not a good place to meet guys, don't you think? I think the Red Onion is just not what it used to be. God, we used to love to go there, and now it's just not as fun. Guys in bars are so picky. That's the problem, I think. You know, like a guy in a bar will spot you from across the room, make their way over to you. Hey, I've been watching you all night. You are so pretty. Hey, do you want to dance? No? How about your friend? So sincere, too. This guy comes over to me in a bar, he goes, oh my God, I had to come over here to tell you, you are the most beautiful woman I have ever seen in my entire life. I was like, I really doubt that. And he goes, well, I am pretty drunk. Do you guys ever do this? Do you ever go to a bar and you see a happy couple and it pisses you off? You ever do that? Because I found a way to remedy the situation. What I do, I sit right across from the offending couple. Wait till they're both looking at me. Then I look right over at the guy and go, hey, thanks for the drink. You're right, your sister is beautiful. Get my ass kicked. But you know what? It's hard. It's hard to have a bad attitude anymore. Didn't it used to be like our right to be a bitch at a bar, girls? And now, guys have gotten hip to it. Like this guy asked me to dance, you know? I said, no, I'd never dance with you. And he goes, well, I didn't say, do you want to dance? I said, you look fat in those pants. Don't clap for that joke. Just be on my side. It's very hard. I just have like a bad attitude, I think, about dating now. You know what I mean? Like, I used to get excited to go on a date with a guy, you know, hoping he'd be really cute, he'd be really nice, he'd really get along. Now all I hope is that a guy doesn't bug me. You know what I mean? Just please don't irritate the shit out of me for an hour. Just don't eat weird. Don't drive an El Camino. Don't own any Rick Astley tapes. So many things. I went with a guy who had a favorite Rick Astley song, you know? Like, this is like having a favorite Suzanne Summers poem. I want to know how Suzanne Summers writes a poem. Janet, what rhymes with thymester? She's a book of poetry out. What's this world coming to? I want to go out with a guy who, like, he and his best friend have nicknames like Crocker and Tubbs, you know what I mean? They just... God, that's funny for me again. But, it's so hard. And you know what's like the worst holiday in the whole world when you're a single girl? Yeah, fucking Valentine's Day is the worst holiday. You know, men are just lucky that Thrifty's is open 24 hours. Because those are the kind of presents I always get. Ooh, a Whitman sampler. And Sudafed in the red box. Are sweet. Thanks for thinking of me at 4 a.m. It's the worst. I like a friend that's married, you know? It was funny, but get over it. Anyway, I have a friend that's married, and this is the worst too, is when you're not even dating anybody, you have a friend that's married, they always want to, like, I go out a lot, I go out to bars enough. My friend always wants to go on girls' night out, you know, and when you're married, they have to go to somewhere like Chippendales. I don't know what it is, it's like they haven't seen men in like a decade. They have to go, and they've forgotten what to do. There should be some kind of like training program for people that are married. My friends try to tip the dancer $1 in quarters. It sounds like a slot machine at the end of the night, you know? Ching, ching, ching. It's pretty embarrassing. At the end of the night, my friend gives me, her name's Carmen, she goes, Stephanie, wasn't this fun, just us girls? We have to do this more often. And like, no, it's always like this for me. Why don't you go out with the girls and I'll stay home with your husband? Oh, like I really would. You're oohing me. I can't believe it. I thought you liked me. Just kidding. It's comedy. It's weird, like when people don't laugh and stuff. It's not a lot of fun to bomb as a comic, especially if you have hecklers, like some guy in the back. Show us your tits. Yeah, it's not very fun. But I actually think it would be worse to bomb as a stripper. Don't you think? What more could you do? You're naked, you know? Pretty much giving it your all. People are just ignoring you. No one's tipping you. You got a guy in the back going, tell us a joke. You can keep laughing at that one. Jesus. Tell us a joke. It's just the worst. I don't know. I'm like, I think I'm fed up. But actually, though, I'm kind of excited because I just graduated from waitress school. You know, give myself a little something. Yeah, pretty cool. It was actually the Barbizon School of Waitressing. Be a waitress or just look like one. And so yesterday I was at Denny's. This is cool. This guy goes, do you work here? And I said, no. But thank you. And I'm waitressing right now. It's pretty fun. You know, it's fun, but like for some reason when you're a waitress, people just automatically assume you're stupid, you know, because you're a waitress. I like to kind of play up to this. I think it's kind of fun. You go to a table, take the order, and they're like, okay, I'll have a water, a steak, medium well, baked potato, sour cream on the side. I'm going to start with a dinner salad, blue cheese dressing, and my wife's going to have shrimp scampi, light on the oil, very light on the oil, and she's going to start with the dinner salad with ranch dressing. And then I go, okay, I'm ready. The pen's out of ink. Hold on a second. Get some piss. Do you guys ever do this? Do you ever have like a really weird dream and you wake up in the morning and you go to tell a friend about it and you realize that your friends do not give a shit about your dreams? So you have to tell them they were in it. Then you have to lie and make up a part for them and it gets really complicated. All they care about is what they were doing in your dream. They get to know, really, what was I saying? What was I wearing? You gotta go, well, you weren't the featured performer in the dream. You didn't even have a speaking part. You were an extra. You made $40 and you got lunch, so hey. My friend goes, well, if I was only an extra, how did you even know I was in your dream? So I said, well, I waited till the end and your name came up in the dream credits. That's kind of, because, you know, so, like, sex in a dream is always good, isn't it? Just can't have bad sex in a dream. You go to tell your friend, I had the most incredible sex in my dream last night. They're like, really? Who was it with? Mr. Belvedere. Shirley MacLaine has this book, Out on a Limb. Have you read this? Yeah, it's the worst. She says that when we're having a dream about somebody, that person's having a dream about us at the same time. You know? So I was thinking, Mel Gibson's having some busy nights. Anyway, you guys have been very nice. You're gonna have the best time the rest of the show. My best friend will be coming up later.
Stephanie Wilder, thank you, Stephanie. Stephanie Wilder, you're gonna have the best time. The bestest of times. You know, London. Everybody still having a good time? Kristin, you forgot. Kristin, don't forget the gum here. Okay. This next young lady will be the proprietor of the gum, because she is. Don't forget the gum, because her and Stephanie are very, very close. Really, I mean, they're very close.
Really close.
Yeah, they're really close. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with their relationship at all.
Really close.
It's very nice. It's a loving, wonderful relationship.
Alrighty.
Now we get that out of the way. This next young lady is very close with Stephanie Wilder, and she also works around this great big city bars at clubs and all sorts of venues. And she's here now. Please welcome Kristin Sherman. Kristin Sherman.
Thank you. Woo! Stop clapping, your hands are gonna hurt. Oh, God, it's good to be here. I just got back. I've been working all over, like a whirlwind kind of tour thing. I just got back from working Bakersfield. Because I'm that good. Thank you so much. Love Bakersfield. I have a huge following there. Happens to be my ass, but nonetheless, a huge following. I gotta tell you. They treat me really well there. They put me up in the best hotels. You know, the ones where only the truckers stay. I get to stay there. That's really cool. Woo! I'm gonna be sneaking a few jokes in, so pay attention. All right. I love these hotels, though. These really cheesy hotels for one reason and one reason only, for the hotel towels. Check it out. They're really cool because it's not often you get to dry off and exfoliate your skin all at the same time. Oh, blood. Good. There's nothing like a good hard scrub, sir. Just remember that little moral of that story. Okay. So glad that I am. So I'm not saying, anybody here from Bakersfield before I berate the city? Good. I'm not saying that Bakersfield isn't like a nice little town unto its own or anything. I just have a few suggestions for the little town of Bakersfield. Maybe improve their town image, I don't know. Maybe they could start by getting the good people of Bakersfield a dental plan. How about that? Am I asking too much? Ask the town sheriff to take the Domino's delivery sign off his car? Something. Get a mayor other than McCheese, you know what I mean? I love Bakersfield. So, glad to be here. Actually, just got, I had to work today. I had to get a day job. Does that suck? It's the worst. I'm selling shoes. Oh my God, full-on Al Bundy disease. Is that horrible? It's a horrible job. I sit on the floor all day, putting shoes on feet that look like they should be pickled and sitting in a biology lab. It's not pretty. I know, I have to do it. It's gross. The only good part about the day, I swear, is when the fat ladies come in to try on shoes. Because I play a little game. Check out the carpet indentations, try to guess their weight. It's really cool. There was this one woman, she must have been pushing like 500 pounds because she turned our shag into tile. Right there. Boom! Should I give you a minute? Because that joke's a lot funnier. Boing! Okay. See, because this just isn't working out. Gotta work though, it's so sad, I'm so broke. Is anyone else broke? Can you relate? It's horrible. You know you're broke when you go to the grocery store? Just to browse. I take my stuff up to the counter. Hi, I won't be taking these today, but I am curious about your layaway plan. It's so sad. Right now, I would just settle for having enough money to have toilet paper and Kleenex all at the same time. You know what I mean? A luxury I'm looking forward to. So to relax today, treat myself nice, I took my bike out, and really cool weather. I went by the Venice Boardwalk, down on the bike path down there. I was riding along. It was really pretty. I just couldn't help thinking, come and knock on our door. Then Jack and I went to the Regal Bagel. It was nutty at the beach. Easiness down there. Treating myself a little better. 2 weeks ago, I quit drinking. Woo! Thanks. I am so thirsty. Slipped one in. Do you feel it? I had to quit drinking because you know what? I got involved in some really ugly drinking games. Do you ever play that drinking game while watching the evening news that every time you see Bree Walker's hand, you have to take a drink? Ever do that? Well, you don't have to, but you'll want to. Okay. I told you I quit drinking. It was ugly. I know. It's kind of like a little occult or something, you know? Oh God, it's explaining what they look like. Hey. So, I'm gonna tell you, I'm the last of 4 kids. I'm the baby in my family. Do you have any babies in the family? Are you? Spoiled child. Nicole? Or you weren't? God, you missed out. I defended my title. I loved it. The only bummer of being the last child was that I got all my things were hand-me-downs. Did you have that? You're really lucky. I was like 6 years old, involuntarily going for like a vintage retro look. I hated that. All my toys, I had no idea what a new toy looked like till I was an adult. I had no idea dolls had heads. Bikes had seats, pets should be alive. I was very deprived. I was shocked to find out that coloring books don't come colored. It was tough. My favorite day of being little was the day that I learned how to read handwriting, because I could finally figure out what it said on top of my hostess cupcake. Found out it said, it's not a big payoff for all those years of training, I'll tell you. What else? Always had a really cool mom. She always talking me to get married though, and I'm not married. I'm single. I haven't found the apple of my eye, my better half, my knight in shining armor, the light of my life, that someone special, that beer drinking, farting machine to call my very own. No, I haven't. But mom did, so that worked out nice. That was Dad. Dad's beer drinking, farting machine with white trash taste buds. Top it off. I think Dad, I think snack food. I don't know, there's a connection, but one time my dad was packing my lunch when I was little. I get to school, I open my DeFranco family lunchbox. The 27-year-olds are going, all right. Tell me DeFranco. I open it up, I find a hunk of Velveeta, 4 cocktail weenies, and a Coors. All right, Dad, yeah. Recess was killer that day. So, my dad and I don't have the greatest of relationships. He called me and he said, he called me for my birthday and asked me what I wanted for my birthday, which was kind of odd in itself, so I just like, take a chance. All right, I want a car stereo, Dad. And he was like, oh, really? You want like auto reverse? Or what kind of brand do you want? You wanted to do this and that? And I'm like, God, I'm going to score a stereo for my dad. 3 days later, I get a birthday card in the mail from him with 20 bucks in it. I guess he was just sending me the cash to pick one out myself. So next year I thought I'd ask for a house because I could always use the extra 50 bucks! Thanks, Deb. Woo! It's warm. Okay. I'm totally whatever. Okay.
Beverly Hills 90210.
Yeah, okay. As a matter of fact, has anyone ever told you you look like Luke Perry? No? Well, there's a reason for that. Anyway! Kennedy's a good-looking guy. Did you guys watch that show, Beverly Hills 90210? Come on, where's the good Temple Blood audience? Do ya? It's cool, huh? I love to hate this show because of Shannon Doherty. The one that plays Brenda Walsh on the show, the little dark-haired girl. If you tell me I look like her, I'm gonna have to smack you, so don't. She's the hottest. She's like on every coffee cup across America. Can't act her way out of a paper bag. What is that? Everything, every emotion she has to deal with on the show comes out exactly the same, no matter what it is. My impression: Shannon Doherty. I want to help you, Dylan. I have breast cancer. I want cereal, Mom. I was writing it out. Kristin, I'm going to try anything else because this I'm bailing on the tape thing. So.
Talk to 90210 joke. What's your only consolation?
My only hope is that the only job that Shannon Doherty will be able to get in 5 years is mud wrestling at the Tropicana with the girl from Who's the Boss. You know what I mean? That's what she's worthy of. That's where she should be working. I don't want to hear her little Pepsi comments. She needs to be smacked. She needs her face cut. Where did I put my face cutting shears? Because she needs her face cut. Anything else? She's my little serenade of requests for my act. I know you've all seen me in Bakersfield across the country and picked up my show. I have a following. I told you. Under my ass. All right. So is this Stephanie's gum right here? Okay, cool.